There are almost 7.6 billion people in the world, and I'm the only one who would rather see Roman Reigns versus Adam Pearce than Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Sue me. See if I care. Been there, done that. People, I wanted something new. This story had so much potential, but Margs had to complain, so we're getting this instead again.
Why are you the way that you are?
Welcome everybody to a very late episode of Greatness of SmackDown. I don't think I've ever been this late with a review. At this point, I should be talking about Monday Night Raw, honestly. But it was a good show. I was very busy, so I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Hopefully you'll watch. Thank you. It was actually a pretty good episode. I do appreciate what they're doing with Shinsuke Nakamura. Every time we're seeing Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman, it's entertaining. I'm actually digging this Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce storyline so much that I'm actually mad we're not getting the match. I don't know how many people feel this way. I'm probably in a minority right here. But I'm actually very disappointed by the ending of this episode of SmackDown. I really am. I mean, it's cool. I really liked it anyway. I just don't like the fact that we're not getting Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns. Like the video if you agree. And if you don't agree as well, like the video. One thing that I really liked about this episode of SmackDown is the interactions between Adam Pearce, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns about the contract. So Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman feel like this match should have a stipulation. Paul Heyman offers a contract to Adam Pearce that says a no disqualification match. Adam Pearce kinda accepts. Paul Heyman gives Roman Reigns the news. Roman Reigns is not happy. It shouldn't be a no disqualification match. It should be last man standing match. Paul Heyman gives the news to Adam Pearce, and what happens next, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Man, can we show some appreciation to Paul Heyman? This man is on fire lately. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I wouldn't mind seeing Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman as co-GMs. One kinda benefits the good guys, Paul Heyman benefits the bad guys, especially Roman Reigns. Wouldn't mind it. So I guess one of the main reasons why I'm so disappointed we're not getting Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns is the fact that these conversations, the way they've been building this match, was actually really good. I know it doesn't sound like a main event, Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns, but they've been building that for almost, I think, 3 weeks, right? So now, we're not getting it. And I understand story-wise why it does make sense. It's just that at this point, I would love to see this match. Even if it's not at the pay-per-view. I would love to see Roman Reigns versus Adam Pearce, and I'm sure many people are disappointed as well. We saw Jay Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. First of all, Shinsuke Nakamura got his old theme song back. That's pretty awesome. I mean, I kinda do prefer the heel version, but now since he's a babyface, this kinda fits him more. And I'm honestly, I don't know, it felt like the old Shinsuke Nakamura, and I'm very happy about that. He's a face now, it's been confirmed, and I really hope that WWE are serious with this push because it seems kinda out of nowhere. Maybe the only reason they're doing it is because they want to make sure Royal Rumble is a bit more unpredictable, and it kinda is now. So that was a pretty decent match. We saw Cesaro on the commentary, who is not necessarily a babyface yet. I don't think he is. So Shinsuke Nakamura wins the match, but we saw a segment backstage between Bryan and Cesaro. And Cesaro says something like, Shinsuke Nakamura is my friend. I give you 100% Cesaro is gonna eliminate Shinsuke Nakamura in the Royal Rumble match. And we're gonna get a match at WrestleMania or something. Which I don't mind, if I'm being honest. We also saw the Street Profits talking about dirty dogs. They called them a bunch of names, but they said they're also champions. That's pretty decent. You know, the more I think about it, the story isn't that bad, you know. It's just that we don't have many legit tag teams. We saw Liv Morgan versus Natalya, in which Natalya won the match. Wasn't the highest point of the show. Then we saw Rey Mysterio versus King Corbin. So King Corbin was attacking Dominic, Rey, and it seems like this rivalry is still going on. King Corbin won the match. And you know, if I'm being honest, like I've said many times before, every time I see King Corbin in a rivalry, I just can't get invested. This guy is great in the ring in my opinion. He's pretty entertaining, right? But when it comes to his character and his rivalries, I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. However, I do want to see King Corbin versus Dominic. We saw a Ding Dong Hello talk show debut, and I don't know, I'm not into it. It was a bit cringy, in my opinion. Yeah, it was a bit cringy. Bailey was overdoing it. I mean, you know, and this basically set up an obstacle match? What? Look, are you guys excited about this? Yeah, me neither. I do hope Bianca is winning the Rumble though. We saw Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro, so that's interesting. You know, I knew it's going to be a great match, and it definitely was. And it also had a very shocking ending because Cesaro actually beat Daniel Bryan. That was unexpected. So now it kind of gives me hope that the story WWE are going with is Daniel Bryan losing all the time because he's losing every week now, but he gets his big W at the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble match. I hope that's the story right here. I could be wrong though. You know, I could always be wrong. I mean, if Daniel Bryan keeps losing but wins the Royal Rumble match and Cesaro just beat Daniel Bryan, he looks a lot more legit now. It's a win-win. We don't know why Daniel Bryan is losing, but at the end of the day, I'm really glad Cesaro is taking some W's. What's also interesting is Apollo Crews sitting next to Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Is he a Paul Heyman guy? Maybe not right now, maybe not yet, but they're definitely thinking about it. So it's basically happening because of that Talking Smack segment, which again is actually benefiting people, like in the old days. That's great. I wouldn't mind seeing Apollo Crews in this faction, you know? I believe at first I thought that it's only going to be Roman Reigns' family, but it doesn't need to, right? Later we saw Apollo Crews versus Sami Zayn. Big E was watching the match, and Apollo Crews cheated. Yes, he cheated against Sami Zayn, but he won the match, so doesn't really matter. It seems like he's a heel now. I'm not sure yet, but he probably is. And I wouldn't mind seeing him as the Intercontinental Champion as long as he's booked right this time. I mean, let's be honest, people. Apollo Crews is great on the ring. He's a likable dude, but he's pretty boring. He doesn't really have a character yet. Hopefully that's about to change. And of course, we got the contract signing. So they signed the contracts, and it seems like Adam Pearce is actually happy. He leaves the ring and acts like he just got injured. And just like it says in the contract, if you get injured, you gotta find a replacement. And we got that replacement. It's Kevin Owens. I will say it was a great segment. I really liked it. I'm just saying again, I wish we saw Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns. The matches we saw between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns were good, always. I'm just saying, I really hope Adam Pearce is still getting involved, whether it's turning heel or helping Kevin Owens, I don't care. I'm not really excited about just Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. The only positive is, it's last man standing match. So I think we're gonna get some extreme shit. But that was your SmackDown. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'm gonna watch Raw right now, and I'll talk about that probably tomorrow. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.